just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's start this week off right. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? Welcome back. We are here again for another week of dope conversations in the GMS show. Let me just say this, man. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I don't want to guess who celebrates July 4th. I don't really care about the holiday. All I really care about is kicking it with the fam and having a good time, man, barbecuing and, you know, letting off some fireworks that might piss some people off. You know what I'm saying? Either way, we had a really good 4th, man. How'd y'all weekend go? What's going on? I see y'all JR, Southern California, Joshua, Pate, Spank, Loke, Areas, baby, GC Mo. What's going on, Monica? What up, Trey 9? So we had a pretty good weekend, man. You know, we didn't have too much static. You know, the police came on the 3rd. You know, we got a little excited, wanted to let out. Sorry, I forgot to roll up before the show, so excuse me while I finish rolling up this here J. It won't take me long. But yeah, on the 3rd, you know, we decided, you know, we couldn't wait no longer, so we went outside and tried to let some things off, and one of these neighbors got irritated and called the police. But the police was cool. They was like, yeah, just come back out here tomorrow and finish up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't shit. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. We might come back here to watch them. Shit. So we were like, all right, cool. Shit, we ain't worried about it. They didn't cause no problems for us. We ain't caused no problems with them. It was a nice, safe weekend. You know what I'm saying? Got a little schmiz. What up, Universal? What up, Brim Dog? But for the most part, it was pretty good. And I'll say it's pretty good because what we had going on was pretty good. But of course, you can't have a good weekend or a good day, a good month, or anything like that, good week, without some tragedy striking. And of course, on July 4th, which was yesterday, there was a mass shooting in Highland Park, Illinois. And of course, one of these psychotic young white kids who have been plotting a mass shooting for months or weeks or however long they've been plotting it, and being able to execute that in a day and age where you can see everything people are doing on the internet. Everything is a red flag. I don't understand how we have such strict internet policies, and we have so much things on the internet that get flagged so easily and so quickly. But it seems like these guys continue to slip through the cracks and somehow plot their mass shootings out on the internet without anybody ever knowing what it is that they're about to do. It's crazy. We can find out what people are plotting over in a different country, but don't know what the hell people are plotting right here in our own land. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? We can tell y'all about some confidential shit going on in Afghanistan. We can find out what Osama bin Laden was texting motherfuckers before he got popped. But we don't know what the hell is going on with the people right here in our own country. Yeah, right. Something don't add up there. Now, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. I'm about to post this up. Hold on, let me pull up the tweet that he put up there. He said, Highland Park mass killer Robert Bobby Crimo, however you say his name, had several videos and social media pages displaying the logo of a Finnish white supremacist Nazi-type organization called Suomen Sisu. So this doesn't look like the work of a lone wolf. Also, let me just be very clear. Before we get into the obvious of why I'm even talking about this, the thing about this shit is, this isn't out of the ordinary. It's expected. Nowadays, it's expected because we become desensitized to it. But it's like we continue to see examples of why people don't mess with law enforcement, because once again, somebody who was an active shooter, I mean, this guy was on top of a roof shooting down at men, women, and children, and then proceeded to drive away and try to flee from police, right? Listen to why I'm saying this. I'm saying this for a reason. Y'all know where I'm getting to. He fled from police. This is somebody who just got done being an active shooter. Active. That's the key word in this whole shit. Now I'm about to go in. Fuck it. We have an active shooter who just got done killing people and shooting and injuring 30 others. And then he flees from police in his car with the weapons he just got done using. They probably still hot. And when they caught this man, they put him in handcuffs. There goes his mugshot, smiling for the world to see. Look at this. I don't see a hail of bullets raining upon him. All I see is him being taken into custody safe and sound. You want to know why I bring this up? There's a reason why I bring this up specifically. Before I get to that, let me just say, these people don't just pop up with months of planning of a mass shooting. No, they get in trouble beforehand, and then the police don't even care about him afterwards. He apparently got some knives he had confiscated back in 2019 because of some threats he made about killing everyone or something he did. You know, some crazy white boy shit. And they didn't take that into consideration when they should have been keeping an eye on this. This is another reason why I bring up our activity online. How is this kid not being monitored after already saying back in 2019, kill everybody, getting knives confiscated from him? Why aren't they keeping an eye on this kid? He had a chance to plot out a mass shooting for weeks, uninterrupted. And like I said, was able to kill, get in his car, drive away, and be detained, be arrested after trying to flee. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because we have a young black man by the name of Jayland Walker, who is from Ohio. Shout out to my Ohio GMS fam. What's going on, Brim Dog? Jayland Walker was murdered in Aiken. Was it Aiken or Akron? Maybe this person fucked up. Ohio by 8 police officers, 7 white, in one of the most horrific ways possible. Shot at 90 times, getting hit 60 times. His body was apparently mutilated. And while he had 60 bullets that had just went through his body, they handcuffed him as if he was a threat. What type of shit do you think that this man could have did after being shot 60 times? I have a question. Has anybody ever seen somebody get up after being shot 60 times? Has anybody? I mean, literally anybody in this world. I literally have a question for the world, police officers included. How many people are a threat after getting shot 60 times? They didn't give him any medical attention, which wouldn't have did shit. You got shot 60 times. I wonder what the medical procedure is for somebody who got shot 60 fucking times. As a matter of fact, they kept him handcuffed until the ambulance got there. Let me just say this, man. It was alleged that Jayland had a gun. Whoop-de fucking do. It was also alleged that he let off a shot at police. But it's kind of funny how they say that, but the only footage they released was of him being killed. They didn't release any footage of him shooting at the police. They released the footage of the chase and them shooting him down. Don't talk to me about a gun being in his car or him shooting at the police once. That does not matter, because if we live in a country where children can get shot and police can take somebody into custody, don't tell me that the people that are supposed to protect and serve the public fear or are sitting there thinking that they can kill somebody because they got shot at once. Meanwhile, the citizens that they supposed to be sworn in to protect and serve get mass murdered every week, and they take these niggas into custody. Please tell me how that makes sense in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't. It literally makes no sense. And people talk about it, and there's still people out there that don't think that this is something that happens to black people in 2022 because of how many white people march down the street with Black Lives Matter signs. But guess what? Here's another example in 2022. Don't talk to me about a shot being let off, because several shots have been let off at innocent bystanders. Mass shootings, and people have been taken into custody. See, police have this thing, man. Well, let's just say they get shot at. They go into, because they know that if there's a situation where somebody is shooting at them, they have all the right to shoot to kill. That's what they're trained for, to shoot to kill. But they also will provoke situations. And for the people that may be confused at what I mean by that, let me just explain. See, a couple years ago, during the George Floyd debacle and everything that was going on right here in my home state, Minnesota, there were people that were trying to protect businesses, black-owned businesses, from people who were going out here looting. Black people themselves. You know, the whole narrative was that there was just black people out here looting businesses, and the narrative or the image that they tried to portray was that these black people were going to destroy white people's businesses, and all these innocent white people were just having their businesses and their livelihoods destroyed by all these angry, animalistic black people. But not one talked about all the black-owned businesses that were being looted in and being burned down and being destroyed. My family being one of those people that fell victim to having their business ripped down and destroyed in the whole mayhem. The thing about that is that when people try to use that as a way to demonize a certain demographic of people, it lets you know their agenda and how they want this country to continue to treat us. Because what happened out here a few years ago was somebody trying to protect a business, a black-owned business, and the police drove by shooting non-lethal rounds, beanbag rounds at people, telling them to go home. It wasn't like they were out there on the intercom or out there going up to people saying, hey, it's a curfew, you need to go home. No, they were rolling in an unmarked white van, shooting off beanbag rounds at random people and telling them to go home. And when somebody who was standing there, who is legally armed, who is a legal firearm owner, saw that there was a random white van with somebody shooting out the side of it, because, I mean, let's just disregard the fact that there are multiple threats from Klansmen, white supremacists, white nationalists type of individuals, Proud Boys type, Patriot Front type motherfuckers talking about how they were going to come out here and do a free-for-all on the people out on Black Lives Matter protesters. What do you think a black man is going to think when he sees a white van driving down the street slow as hell, no sirens, no warnings, no nothing, and shooting out of the van? What do you think is going to happen? Not only that, but them shooting directly at him. All this shit being caught on camera, and this man took his firearm out, shot back, and when he realized it was the police, put his gun down, laid down on the ground. But see, when I told y'all about how the police feel about when people shoot at them, even if they provoke it, sometimes they provoke it so they can get an excuse to try to kill somebody or to try to beat the shit out of somebody, which is what they did. They fractured his eye socket. They ran up on him while he was face down, hands on the ground, gun in front of him. Not a threat anymore. They ran up and kneed him directly in his face and beat the shit out of him while he was on the ground, and tried to say he was resisting and that he tried to run, even though it was caught on video at that store that he was protecting, that he got down on the ground and surrendered before the police even ran up on him. And because of that, and because of the fact that they lied on the police report about what actually happened, he was able to beat that case, thankfully. But if there was no cameras, no surveillance there that showed what happened, and it's crazy because these officers had on body cameras. So these police officers had on body cameras and still did what they did and still lied, which lets me know that the hierarchy in their precinct is also okay with what the fuck they were doing, until they realized there was separate camera footage. See, what they would have probably did if it wasn't the extra camera footage from the business out there, they would have said they would have had no the body cameras weren't on. They would have fucked around and be like, yeah, no, they didn't have their body cameras on, or it weren't turned on, or they didn't have them on them at all. And that man would have got a charge because they don't like to be in the wrong. The police never like to be in the wrong. They'll sit and try to justify this shit. People talking about, well, he allegedly shot back at police. So while you guys are talking about justice for Jayland and trying to make him a martyr, no, fuck you. Those excuses don't fucking work anymore because they take mass shooters into custody. Your whole argument about whether or not somebody shot at the police or not is now obsolete. Because if they will allow children to die, don't tell me about police protecting and serving. They only protect and serve they goddamn self. And that's how I truly feel about that. Now, while I won't show you the video, I need y'all to hear the excessiveness. The excessiveness. Not one taser, not one takedown, but all of a sudden, an unarmed man just gets shot out of nowhere. This many times. There's no excuse for that many shots at somebody who is unarmed. Rest in peace to Jayland Walker, man. 90 shots, 60 bullets, man. 90 shots, 60 bullets. You can't make that type of shit up. It's happened before, and more bullets than that to other black men and women. Y'all want something to change? I got an idea, but you ain't gonna like it. I got a big idea, but you are not going to like it. Some of y'all might, but for the most part, people might be scared or they might not fall with it. They might say I'm trying to take the harsh way out. But no, it seems like they want problems. Give them problems then. Give them something to talk about. Some of these motherfuckers don't deserve to make it back home to their families. They don't. I don't care how I sound. I don't care if you take it as disrespect. I don't care if I get banned from this platform for saying so. I have a right to feel this way. We all have a right to feel this way. Some of these motherfuckers do not deserve to make it back home to see their families, and I said it and I mean it, and I do not regret it. You don't agree with me still? Okay, let me give you another example. Here you have Randy Cox. Did you guys hear about Randy?
All right, step right in there.
Got it?
Randy was arrested.
Watch your head.
Watch your head, all right?
And put in a van with no seat belts. Well, it had seat belts, but they didn't put one on him. And the officer that was driving stopped the car abruptly and made him hit his head and paralyzed him.
I'm stopping. Can you move at all?
I can't move.
Wow, how your leg is all the way up there?
Understand me, listen, brother.
All right, I can't move you, so I have to, hold on, I'm gonna have to go get an ambulance.
Listen, no.
Huh?
Yes, but understand.
Go ahead.
I fall. I cannot move my arms.
All right, do not move. I can see moving your arm.
No.
Okay.
Look at my hand.
All right, hold on.
Help.
This man got paralyzed immediately. And they drive him And listen to how they do them.
Slide down, my man.
No, Jay.
Yeah, slide down so you can get out of here.
Look, if you gotta drag me, do what you gotta do.
All right.
Fuck what I like. I live my life for a bitch.
He said, if you have to drag me, then drag me. What the fuck do I have to lie for? I can't move.
All right, there you
Now,
go.
you're almost there. You're almost there. You gotta get your shoulders out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up.
They tell him to stand up. He
There you
can't.
go. All right.
Get up.
How you making out? Ready? Actually, go over the fence, yeah. Get there. Huh?
You ain't cracking. You just drank too much.
Saying he drank too much.
Sit up.
We ain't gonna take that out. What's Stop playing around.
Oh my God,
Stop playing
Yeah,
around.
sit up. You're doing extra stretch. Sit up.
I wonder how the fuck these officers feel after watching this footage. Do you think they feel anything after that? Tell him to quit playing, tell him he's doing too much, tell him all this shit, knowing while he's knowing he can't fucking move. He's paralyzed. From the chest down, this man is paralyzed. And they talking about he's playing, not taking him seriously at all, not giving him any type of real medical attention. Let's just still doing all the regular shit, trying to put him in cuffs. And they think this man is just too drunk.
Sit up. What else did you have? Did you have any drugs and alcohol?
Listen, no.
You're not fine. How much? Okay. How much did you have to drink?
Hold on a second.
And this is why some people be going in on women officers too, man. I can't put that behind me. For this instance, a lot of people go in on women officers just for that simple reason right there. Let me just stop.
Oh my God, yo, fucking
Drug him into a cell. No medical attention or nothing.
He's perfectly fine.
Other officers said he's perfectly fine.
Hold on, Ron. Hold on, Ron.
Then handcuffed his legs. And there's gonna be people that see this and be like, well, how are they supposed to know? They're not doctors. They're not medical professionals. How are they supposed to know he's paralyzed? Get him some fucking medical attention. That's how you know. You goddamn right, they're not medical professionals. So guess what? Why are they sitting there telling somebody that somebody's fine when they don't know what the fuck is going on with them? They sure did diagnose him there. Now, I don't know his situation now. I know that he's still in the hospital as we speak. But as far as the officers involved in that situation, well, another day, another precinct. Paid leave. Paid leave for that. This is the type of shit that still happens, bro. And all I could hope is that they do right by him at the end of the day. We can only hope that much. Now that I got all the serious shit out the way, let's move on to some other shit, man. Let's get some jokes off, man. I don't want to have a too serious show, man. So much shit going on. We have been desensitized to trauma. Every single day is some bullshit. There's a different tragedy every single day. We don't even have time to recoup, recover, and adapt to what comes next before there's another tragedy happening, man. So I'm gonna do my part in trying to bring some type of laughter to this podcast before we end this shit. Now, I purposely saved this for last because I felt like everything else was more important than this. But I have to talk about this because this is some shit that I must speak on. Now, Billy Sorrells. You all know Billy Sorrells. He's a comedian, professional roaster. Shout out to the Roast Me guys, man. It's a very, very dope platform. All deaf. Go check it out if you haven't. Roast Me battles are legendary. Now, we all know Billy Sorrells. He does not shy away from controversy and also speaking his mind and also being a little bit of a loose cannon. I use that term loosely, pun intended. I see that he goes through things personally in his life, and sometimes he will lash out on social media on his Instagram page. He'll call people out, his baby mom, his ex, other comedians or personalities, whatever. But Billy recently had a problem with a show that was announced in Houston that 50 Cent put together that displayed a bunch of people that weren't from Houston. Now, I can understand the frustration of a entertainer, a comedian, an artist, whatever, who is out here trying to, continue to move, push, and grind and hustle, and having a name for themselves and having some notoriety or doing things out here that may be important. Having a show come to their city and then looking at a lineup and seeing that there's nobody from Houston on it or their hometown on it. And I get it to be like, damn, they could have found, there's a lot of talent out here. They could have found at least somebody to do something, right? But see, Billy's approach is different. Billy's approach was to post about the comedy show, share his grievances, and then also say that he was going to get ready to rob every single person on that lineup. Now, if you don't know who was on the lineup, who he was claiming he was going to rob, let me let you into the flyer. Hold on, let me just. Here are the names that were on the flyer. Okay, these are the people who were going to allegedly be robbed by either Billy or some of Billy's Houston goons. Michael Blackson, B. Simone, Lil Duval, DC Youngfly, Gary Owen, Jess Hilarious, Bill Bellamy, and of course, Delay. Oh, we may have found out the reason why he's a little salty. And I have to say this, man, because I follow Billy. I have some respect for Billy, man. It's not that I don't have any problems with the guy. We've had a few back and forth conversations here and there. Nothing like it's not like we friends, we've gotten to know each other, anything like that. We've just spoken a few times about certain things that have happened in the past. I've joined his live once just to chop it up about a few things. But when I see things like this, it fucks with me in a way where you see somebody who's talented but will allow their demons to take over who they are and deprive them of certain opportunities that they could have in the future. So Billy, let me go ahead and post this up for y'all, man. Billy decided to go on a rant, okay? First, he posted about the show, and what he said was, "How you don't have no H-Town niggas or women on your team is trash, and so is your lineup. I will wash every nigga on here by myself. I'm the GOAT. You old Houston nigga, book a Houston woman or nigga, but I will wash your whole squad. From Bill to Mike to B. Simone, I'm the GOAT. Gary, no, you old Houston niggas, stop playing. My young niggas will dog your line up. 50K on deck. They will get that work. Stop playing with Houston. fire your team, they trash, and don't shit about, I don't know. It was very incoherent. But nonetheless, that's what Billy had to say in the beginning. And then he went on to have something to say about Jess Hilarious, because I guess Jess replied to what he was saying. You know, me personally, if I seen somebody say that they were going to rob the people that were on a comedy set list, and I was one of those people on that set list, whether you said I was going to get robbed or whether you said you can out funny me, I'm going to take that personally. So whatever she said or whatever she reacted to made Billy post what you see above. Let me blow this up for you. Let me blow this up for y'all so y'all can see what he had to say about Jess. He said, "Just stop playing with your handsome ass before I put them weak ass nudes up here you sent me while I was married and didn't ask for. You got left on red. I was married trying to help your weak ass jokes stop playing. I didn't want you then, and now you trash." Then he went on to put the caption as, why could I want to fuck with a girl who dick bigger than mine, goofy? I actually tried to help your dumb ass and really honestly didn't want to fuck you, but you playing like you won't be here in a couple weeks. Keep that same energy. When one of them South Park hoes dog walk your mechanic face ass, don't say nothing. I'll see you soon. I'm not these other niggas you play with, bitch. I don't see no value in you. Ciao. What up, AP? I see you, brother. To which my man, or I meant my woman, Jess Hilarious. I didn't mean to say my man. If you see this, Jess, I didn't mean to say it. That was just a horrible coincidence. Jess said in reply to this post, she said, one thing a hit dog will do is holla. You would have been posted some pictures that nobody has seen, Billy. Please tell me when I have ever wanted your knockoff DL Bobby Valentino looking ass. You remember I asked you, were you gay? Cause that shit with them lower boys. Stop playing with me. I see you deleted all that other shit. Yes, I will be in Houston for Trey Weekend. Pull up, the real kind. Then she said, and you tried to help me with what? Nigga, I only saw you perform twice, each time 10 minutes. LMAO, you ain't ever did no real time around me, nigga. Listen, lay off that cocaine, baby. You always in some shit, mad as fuck because you never blew like you wanted to, and this is why. You got too many personal bitch ass feelings to handle business. You have a mental breakdown every other month and come crying on the internet, but today you a gangster, huh? We'll see. We will see, she said. Well, that wasn't it. He also went on to say, Jess Hilarious. Just with the dick, stop playing, ho. You got the face of a dyke auntie. To which Jess posted on her Instagram. She said, line up crazy. If you mad you ain't on it, get funnier. With the picture of the flyer up on her Instagram. And then Billy posted on his Instagram about him having the ability to get these people to change their minds on getting a Houston act on that lineup. And apparently he heard through the grapevine that a Houston comic was going to be added to the lineup. So what he did was said, yes, praise God, mission accomplished. If they go through with that, if they go through with what was just said to me under 24 hours, we gonna see what they do. But to be clear, I would never wanted to do a show myself, and I feel Houston artists deserve opportunities. Shout out. And then he just tagged a bunch of Houston artists, right? Because he posted that a Houston artist was, gonna be on the bill. Jess replied to this man, nigga, why you still lying? None of them are on the show. and will never be just because you did this. Just know the way you went about it is dangerous, and that shit is going to follow you. And that's the biggest point I want to make out of this after we finish doing this part. So I guess after he felt the heat, or maybe felt some backlash, because see what he said and what his back and forth with Jess Hilarious did picked up some traction with the Shade Room and a few other people. Matter of fact, it boosted up some of his notoriety. You know, I guess he got 10K new followers on Instagram. You know, he got some new views on his comedy shit. But what really bothered me out of this whole thing was how he switched up, and it kind of showed a bit of bipolarism, if that's even a word. But nobody says this and then moves it on and tries to play it off as a prank. See, what you seeing now is Billy saying, nigga, I am from Mo City, Texas. It is what it is. He said, I just went up overnight on 10 pages. LOL, I didn't do anything, G, but win. Thanks for helping and playing along. Somebody commented, another black man talking to a black woman sideways, calling her all types of bitches. Who raised you? Shit's pathetic. Billy Sorrells said, you about to apologize when you found out it's all a prank. Oh, it's all a prank. Well, I guess Billy felt good about his prank because he said 3 big things. First of all, he said, thanks to Just Hilarious, the Shade Room, and the 9 other blog spots, my comedy album just grew 600K views, and my comedy joke texting dead people just went into top 50 overnight. My new album Cocaine and Mirrors drops to July 10th on all platforms. And he said, thanks to all the 10K followers overnight, the media is funny. If I posted about my content, they wouldn't cover it or promote, but add controversy and it gets coverage. LOL. The shit is too easy, and sadly, this is why people tune in. 50 Cent still needs to put someone on the show from Houston. Let me just say this, man. I read all of that, of how it went down, for a reason. Because 1 minute it was put a Houston act on this lineup. I'ma rob everybody. I can outdo everybody. I can outwork or be funnier than everybody on that lineup. Mike and Bill and all those people put together. To, oh, it was a prank. And this is what you got to do to sell your stuff, is do controversial shit. But let me just say this, man. Do y'all really, really, really not give a fuck about y'all lives that much? And I'm speaking to not just Billy, but people with that mindset to feel like they have to do things to set themselves back just to see some progress on social media. I would think that Billy knew that those numbers nowadays really don't mean shit. You can get 1 million views right now on a video and still be broke and still not be able to get opportunities. Luckily enough, Billy is talented enough to continue to try to get opportunities out there because of the things that he has accomplished and the things that he can do. But that is something that's thinning out. That line is thinning out. The more you cross that line, the more it's going to thin out and disappear. And I think the fact that you not only came for a lineup of comedians who really don't even be out here causing problems with nobody is a bad look, whether or not you think the notoriety or the clout is worth it. It's not a good look. And it even goes for people in your city. You may think you have it so locked down and so on point in your city to the point where you can always eat in your city, but when people find you to be a liability and be a problem and be a nuisance and somebody that does not, or who will back the money away instead of bringing the money in, they not gonna fuck with you whether you from the city or not. And it's not the day and age to be randomly going at black women, man. I don't care what's going on. It is not the time. This is not the generation to be randomly going at black women because you feel slighted about not being on a lineup. Billy, you are a talented individual, man. You can do comedy, you can do music, you can be off the top of the dome when it comes to roasting people, you can do improv shit. Man, I can't tell people that go through mental issues to calm it down or to stay focused, because it's hard for people to stay focused when they go through mental issues. But what I can say is, man, try to find the shit that keeps you at bay, because clearly you still stay working and you still have a certain level of focus where you can still go out here and work. Tap into just that. Yeah, I get it. People love the controversy. People love to see you say wild shit so they can come and see what else you got going on. But at the end of the day, man, it's only gonna burn you and not the bridges. Trust me. People burn bridges all day, but they can build new ones. This world is big enough to build new bridges, but if you burn yourself, you won't have no being, no life left to even build your own bridge to get to where you need to go. And shout out to those comedians that was on that lineup, man. Regardless if you fuck with the lineup or not, nigga, it's 50 Cent. He act like 50 Cent was Jay Prince. 50 Cent is from New York, man. 50 Cent is not about to go out here and pay attention to what's going on in Houston like that. He just want to make money with his name behind it, with his brand behind it, man. Don't blame 50. You got some notoriety, Billy. You put a comedy show together with your favorite Houston comedians and you show them exactly what you said in that first post. If all these people can wash every comedian that was on that lineup, show them. You aren't some random up-and-comer who is sitting at home wishing he could make it. You have connections, you have notoriety, you have the ability to put something together and put those same Houston comics that you said could wash all those other comedians on a bill yourself. Record it, tape it, go live, whatever you want to do. Put those people on, man. And that's my word of the day. GMS fam, the green room. I had a wonderful show today, man. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button if you did not do it yet. Hit the subscribe. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you are feeling generous. And if you are hearing my voice right now, I'm telling you, when this live is over, leave a comment under this video, man. Show some love, man. Leave a comment as soon as the live is over, man. I most appreciate it. I want to see my GMS fam in the comment section. I'm going to reply to all y'all shits. Put a GMS in the chat. See, some people got it confused. The chat is what's up right now. See, when the live is done, then you refresh it, and then you'll see the comment section pop up, and then you leave a comment. That's how you do it for all my non-tech, internet-savvy individuals out there, man. He said, is R. Kelly under the jail? I was going to talk about that, but there's way too many people that have me up here arguing and going back and forth. I don't want to talk about R. Kelly. The deed is done. That nigga gone. What else I got to say? He gonna have to deal with that shit himself. Ain't nothing we can do, whether you like him or not. He is now an R&B memory. Shout out Brim Dog, Ralph S, Daryl, Glittery Bubbles, Ace of Spades, Stony Tats, Team 642, Areas, Baby G, Vale in the building. I see y'all. Like I said, when the live is over, man, leave a comment under the video. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reply to y'all shit, man. I want to see y'all. I want to see the GMS fam. Show some love for real. What up, C-Mo? I see you. All right, y'all. I'm finna spark in park. That's what we gonna start saying from now on. That's for y'all that have the long work days, man, and y'all come home and y'all wanna light something up and relax. It's called a spark and park. Spark that shit and park that shit. GMS fam, the green room. We out.